Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back. It is Paula here with another video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Today we are going to be doing setting up my paycheck budget for our July 12th paycheck. We are paid bi-weekly. We have a 2-income household. We both work full-time. We are paid hourly, but we both work 40 hours a week and are paid accordingly. So yeah, let's jump into it. For my paycheck, I am expecting $1333.95. For my husband, oofda, I am just gonna budget $1472. So I did know what he made, and then the month of June they increased his deductions for his insurance because the new premium started July 1st, but he will also have a raise kicking in on July 1st with this next check, so I really don't know what this will be. So I'm just going to budget about what the round dollar amount of what last month was, and then we can go, you know, obviously when we get paid we will just budget it out however it actually comes out. I am expecting a mileage paycheck or a mileage reimbursement check during this pay period, so $596.25 is what that will be. And then I am also planning on pulling in $182.46 from a sinking fund because I have a gas bill due. So you'll see that reflected on here. So that puts our total income, that's what we expect, or inflow, I guess, since some of it is coming back in from savings, of $3,584.66. Donation, I do make a donation at the beginning of each month to an organization, and that is $80. So that is fixed expense number one. My REC bill, which is my electric bill, this month is $280.91. Sometimes I know this amount when I'm setting this up because this is so late in the month. I get the bill on the 1st. If my second paycheck comes earlier, or if my first paycheck comes really early in the month, I don't always know what it is when I'm setting up this budget, so you'll see the estimate, but that is our exact bill. I am going to set aside $325 for our insurance premiums that we pay every 6 months for our vehicle and our home. Life insurance is $131. XM radio is $648, a promotional price in one vehicle. My kids' insurance premiums are $40. Half of the internet I set aside each paycheck, and that is $25. Nothing for school lunch. There is not school right now. Amazon Prime is $12.83. I don't know what. No, is $7.48. Kindle Unlimited is $12.83. Netflix is $12.83, and HP Instant Ink is $5.29. My half of the garbage bill is $51 for them to come weekly to empty our dumpster, and my daycare cost out of this paycheck is $480. So that's something, so I'm always torn about how to show it on here. So that's just what comes out of the paycheck because of how I budgeted for this summer. I pull $240 every single paycheck from our summer daycare sinking fund. So but I don't show that coming in every time because it just comes in every time. I don't know. And then so $240 from the sinking fund and $480 from daycare, or from my paycheck budget every 2 weeks goes to summer daycare. Okay. Our fixed expenses. Which puts our fixed expenses at $1,457.82. If we subtract that from $3,584.66 that we had originally to budget, that leaves us with a difference of $2,126.84. Now we shall move down to our variable expenses, which most of these are cash, almost all of them. So groceries gets $280 every 2 weeks. Eating out gets $100. Beauty gets nothing this paycheck. Drinks will get $60. Allowance, I am taking my allowance and putting it elsewhere, so the only allowance cash that's coming out is my husband, so that's $70. I will have no work meals this pay period. I budgeted nothing for car washes because I pulled some things into some other places to cover some other things. We have a $0 diesel bill. Actually, we have a $0 diesel bill. So I'm going to put in here, because I don't have it on this spreadsheet, we have a bill for the bulk gas fill that was filled in, what is this, July and June. So that bill is $732.71. Reading and donuts for my kiddos. We do, did I not, what is happening? Car washes, eat out, drinks. Did I just take it off? That's weird. That's super weird. Where did it go? Interesting. Apparently, I don't have reading or donuts on this spreadsheet, which means I don't have it budgeted for, so that's cool. I don't know, guess I'm gonna budget 0 for it right now because I don't have it on here. All right, so our variable expenses then are $1,242.71. If I subtract that from $2,126.84 that we had left to budget, we are left with $884.13 as we move on up to our sinking funds. I'm going to have a miscellaneous expense here. All right. Sinking funds. So Christmas, we put $25 most paychecks towards Christmas. LP is our winter heating cost. I have a credit on my account and I have some money in that sinking fund. I'm not actively doing that right now. Putting $5 in the 100 envelope challenge towards, which goes into the online travel sinking fund. Online kids sinking fund gets $20 most pay periods. So gas, what I did and how I did it on here. So I had $100 in this budget going into the gas sinking fund, but instead of putting it into the sinking fund, I'm just putting it on this gas bill. So it's going to show 0 going into the sinking fund, but $100 was supposed to go to that, and it's instead of putting it here and then transferring it out, essentially this the mileage plus money from plus the $100 I was going to put in the gas sinking fund plus part of the other is going to cover the gas bill, because we do have a sinking fund for that. But but usually, I mean, my mileage check that I get each month takes a big chunk off if I have on the months that I have to make a payment. So vehicles, my vehicle sinking fund is getting $25 with this paycheck. 52-week savings challenge gets $53 per pay period, goes online into my high yield savings account, right into my emergency fund. Medical, that's something that we have just kind of cut right now while we are paying daycare out of pocket. My allowance plus a little bit extra is going into the tattoo sinking fund, so $100 for that. Nothing is going into summer daycare, and $251 are going into our cash savings challenges to fund our cash sinking funds. So our sinking funds on here total $479. If we subtract that from 884.13, we are left with a difference of $405.13. Now, I really feel like I'm missing something, but we're just going to go with it. So I have two different, $315 is a miscellaneous expense that is going to go to, hang on. I am paying for both of my passport renewal and his first time passport application. So, it's both of the passport fees, plus he has to do the initial one because I do mine via mail, but he has to go like to our courthouses where he did it and pay the courthouse $35, and then we each had to pay $10 at our courthouse for to get our photo taken. So that is what that is doing. It was going to come out of our travel sinking fund, but I was able to move some things around and mainly cash flow it. I mean, I am cash flowing it, but I did pull a little bit more than I needed out of the gas sinking fund to cover kind of what was left so that I could just get that expense done without cutting into that. So the total in that sinking fund is $315. And if I take $405.13 and I subtract $315, I am left with $90.13. So then we come down to extra debt. The only debt I have is our HELOC. So I'm going to put that $90.13 on the HELOC, and that does leave us with a zero-based budget. I'm not going to go through the summary because I don't know why it's irritating me, but this is our zero-based budget for the first paycheck in July. So if you have any questions about this, questions, comments, etc., please feel free to let me know. I appreciate you guys all being here for each and every video, and until next time, bye.